So what we're talking about here is having access to frequent access to healthy, significant, nurturing, and appropriate relationships, and specifically relationships with others who are resourced and are not experiencing scarcity, who are not basically trauma dumping on you all the time. Because what we need to see is inspiration, right? Like what it could look like. This one I find is really hard. Like we all have role models or mentors, but the question then becomes like, is this an appropriate mentor? Is this a nurturing relationship? I want to use the example of Instagram. So a lot of estheticians and others in the healing space even will look to like bigger accounts as mentors, as people that they look up to, that they want to be like. And a lot of times what we're seeing through Instagram is actually a lot of their trauma responses playing out, and they're not exactly healthy. So we're looking up to these people because we think of them as like we put them on a pedestal. We think of them as being like these amazing estheticians or like leaders in our industry. But if we were to kind of take away some of that, like the falseness of what they're portraying, and see the way that they're acting, we may really notice that some of those trauma responses are showing. And we're going to talk about what those are so you can kind of identify some of those. And I think that this is something to like keep in your back pocket so that when we start talking about those things, you can come back to it and see like, is who you're following and looking up to someone who is showing you that they are a healthy, resourced person who is actually going through and doing the work, and not just like spiritual bypassing and actually dealing with their trauma and all of that in the correct way.